EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
And off we go from Denver. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
13 yards. First down, San Francisco.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. They'll try the left side. Hankins. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
San Francisco.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
At the 4-yard line.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
For San Francisco.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now this time, Locke will throw. This will complete to Jerry Jeudy. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Open man, he completes it to Jeudy. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
Formation for the Broncos.
And look at this, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big first down on a fake punt. What a call, 16 yards. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
From the gun, it's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Locke. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Locke going to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it. And as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense in Tummett.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Complete to Debo.
That's good for 28 yards.
A 28-yard gain. First down, San Francisco.
Back to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. one. Out of bounds right there. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
On 4th and goal, here's the option. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Broncos 14, 49ers 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
36-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Complete to number 6.
A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards.
First down, 49ers.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
The pass.
And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw it is Locke. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1-yard gain.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
49ers 10-yard line.
Locke working out of the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Locke's pass, intended for Cortland Sutton, incomplete. It's now 3rd down. And
after an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Lining up for the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll throw now on the final play. Escaping the pressure right. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
San Francisco.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. And we're pretty quiet, team, we're pretty quiet. Check H3, 218, chop
Operating from the gun. Locke is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now a give, right side, Hankins. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
First down, San Francisco.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, 49ers.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the post.
At their own 23-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Lock. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Good. Makes the score Broncos 28, 49ers 10.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A gain of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Bryce.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. Throwing again. Block. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to stay with it.
That's true. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He was brought down by Alexander Johnson. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
35-yard line.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
San Francisco. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one, and this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
And it's up and good.
Makes the score Broncos 28, 49ers 17. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the...
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, Not a great start.
Now the second down throw on target. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up third down.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Sheds off the tackle. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Von Miller, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. The quarterback will keep it himself. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. It's a gain of 34. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Lindsey. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. On 2nd and goal, Locke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And I think the Broncos have it. They do. Well, they just scored. They got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
he would have kept it on the ground.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and long, it's Lock. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Field goal would tie it, but they want more. They're going for it. Lock gonna go on 4th down. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Lock going to throw it here. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they'll get this down to the 10. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
That's another Bronco.
On 1st down, Lock. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 7-yard line.
Lock looks to throw it again. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Broncos, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.